I'm going to talk about the democratization of production. And why do I think that is really relevant? Well, if we look around us, we're surrounded by these, mass-produced things that are really great, like laptops or cars. But the problem with mass production, of course, is that things need to be closely the same. Otherwise, our methods don't scale well. But as a result, they're also a little bit boring. So we start to customize them. We put stickers on our laptops to make them unique and ours. Some people go a little bit further and they build their own custom cars. But of course, there's a problem with that. Depending on the level of customization, it gets expensive. People do it in their own hours, and that's okay. But if you want to have a custom-built car, we all know that is really expensive. Ferrari seems to be doing it now, one of a kinds, and they seem to be very expensive. Now, in the past, we made things by hand, like pottery or knitting. So, handmade goods were by definition all unique and could be made personal. You can make a few of the same, or at least try, but it's harder, right? And the problem with that is that handmade goods, or the process to make handmade goods or personal goods, doesn't scale very well. So how can we combine those two? How can we make it so that we have the advantages of mass production, which has made really innovative products really affordable, like laptops or cars, and how can we make them as personal as handmade goods? Well, we have to go from mass to personal production. How can we do that? Well, already for more than 20 years, there are these machines. They're called 3D printers. They've been used for prototyping of mass-produced goods. But why only prototype mass-produced goods? You can make goods with them. If you can give us a digital description of what you've created, of what you're thinking, then at Shapeways we can make it for you. And of course, there is also different types of 3D printers, from the do-it-yourself ones all the way to the high-end industrial ones. And what does it give to you? It enables us. It enables you to make whatever you want. So you have products that are relevant to you. So everyone using Shapeways can now make, buy, and sell products that they really want. You can, either you're looking for a gift or personalized jewelry, things for your home, whatever, right? So how does that work? Well, if you are lucky enough to be a product designer and know how to use 3D software, you can upload that to our site, and we will simply make it for you. Or if you're a product designer and you think you just invented the biggest and greatest new product, you can open your own shop, which is totally free, and then a worldwide audience can come there and they can buy it, and we will make it. But the coolest thing, I think, is that product designers and individuals can work together, and they can make customized stuff. Slightly customized by putting your name on, or made to spec. And then again, it can be made. Not only in plastics, but also in metal, in silver, ceramics, glass, and we're adding new materials. And this technology is evolving quickly. So making things in all kinds of materials is becoming more and more easy. So you can go on our site, and using just a web browser, you can also customize stuff. You can make your own vase in ceramics, or a coffee cup, or a sake set, or whatever you want, right? And then we'll print it in ceramics, nicely glazed, and we'll send it to you in 10 days, and you have your own cutlery. So people start to make things. Now, what does that really mean? Well, first of all, it means that the time to market for products will go down from months to days. Because in mass production, you need to think of something, find a production facility, find money to pay your supplier, find a retail space or put it on the web, and then you produce it. Well, with a service like Shapeways, this goes down to 4 days, like this real cool iPad cover. The iPad launched on Friday in 2010, on April, and 4 days later, this was in someone's shop, enabling him to take his idea and put it into a product in a worldwide market in 4 days. And he sold quite a few. The other thing that will happen is that products will evolve much, much quicker than they have to. If you're mass producing, you have to make 100,000 copies and then sell them before you can go to version 2, right? Because otherwise it becomes too expensive. Well, if you make things one of a kind, if you make them uniquely, you can start listening to your audience, to your customers immediately and improve. And people do so. I mean, this is just an example of an iPhone case that in a little bit over a year evolved into 12 or more iterations. And your risk for going to market goes essentially to zero. I mean, it's your idea, you make it, you put it in your shop. If nobody buys it, well, that's a pity, but you didn't lose any money yet. Maybe some time, but that's it. So we will also see many, many, many new product ideas come into the market, and people who want them, they can buy them, and if nobody wants it, then that is that. So using this service, using this technology, we're enabling people to make their own custom jewelry, or their own, household things for their hobby. We even have remote-controlled helicopters and planes that people are putting together, and they fly them, and it works. Or this really, really cool thing that some of you may have seen from Theo Jansen, which is called the Strandbeest, and they walk based on wind power. And actually, these things come out of the machine, printed in one shot, so no assembly required. You just design it, and we make it, and they really work. So a community of over 100,000 people have already discovered this on Shapeways. They're using us to make whatever they think of. And they get more and more creative. They inspire each other. And this has led, in 2011 alone, that we have produced almost 750,000 unique products. Can you imagine that? 750,000 products that people have come up with, designed, and we made for them and shipped it off in all kinds of materials. So the age where people are in control of the things that they want to have is coming, whether it's bioscience or whether it's products, we're really in an enabling age. And in this age, you can decide what you want, you can get it. You don't have to go to shops anymore, you can just make it yourself. That's what I wanted to talk about today.